Today we're going to learn about adding, subtracting, multiplying, and simplifying complex numbers. Alright, first we're going to solve 5 minus 2i plus 4 minus 5i. Since this is a plus sign, you don't really have to distribute anything, so this can become 5 minus 2i plus 4 minus 5i. And then you want to group like terms, so 5 plus 4 minus 2i minus 5i. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Negative 2i minus 5i is negative 7i. And that is your answer, 9 minus 7i. Now we've got 1 plus 15i minus 8 minus 9i. So we've got this minus sign here, so we're going to distribute that to the 8 and the negative 9i. So that gives us 1 plus 15i minus 8 plus 9i. We're going to put together our like terms. That's 1 minus 8 plus 15i plus 9i. And then we'll combine those, so we've got negative 7 plus 24i. And that is our answer. Now it is time for multiplication. So we're going to take the negative 2i and distribute it to the 7 and the 9i, giving us negative 14i minus 18i squared. So that's negative 14i plus 18. Now this is the incorrect writing, so we're going to change it to be 18 minus 14i. And that is our final answer. Whoa, now we're getting serious. Double distributive property. First we take the 6 to the 2 and the negative I, and then the 3i into the 2 and the negative I. So 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times negative I is negative 6i. 3i times 2 is positive 6i. And 3i times negative I is negative 3i squared. Now, this negative 6i and 6i can cancel each other out, and negative 3i squared can change to positive 3. So 12 plus 3 is 15. And there we go. Now this one may look trickier, but it's actually not. It's the same format. So we have 3 plus 4i times 3 plus 4i. The 3 times the 3, 3 times 4i, 4i times 3, and 4i times 4i. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4i is 12i. 4i times 3 is again 12i, and 4i times 4i is 16i squared. So we have 9 plus 24i, and 16i squared can become negative 16. 9 minus 16 is negative 7 plus 24i. Now we've got a different kind of problem. This is the square root of negative 84. So first the negative comes out to become an I. So we've got I radical 84. This can be broken down to radical 4 times radical 21. The 4 becomes 2 with the I, radical 21. That's your final answer. This is a very similar type of problem. We have 8 plus the square root of negative 63. The negative sign under the radical can come out as an I, so you can have 8 plus I radical 63. The 63 can be broken down into the square root of 9 times the square root of 7. Then the square root of 9 is 3, so we have 8 plus 3i radical 7. And that's the answer. Alright, we're back to the basics here. 6 plus 5i plus 9 minus 2i. The plus doesn't need to be distributed, so we have 6 plus 5i plus 9 minus 2i. We can put together like terms. We have 6 plus 9, that's a 9, plus 5i minus 2i. 6 plus 9 is 15, and 5i minus 2i is 3i, so we have 15 plus 3i. Here we have again the distributive property. This one should be simple. Take the 2, distribute it to the 11 and the 16i. 2 times 11 is 22, plus 2 times 16 is 32i, and there you have it. Here we have some more double distributive property. So we're going to multiply 5 times 3, 5 times 7i, negative I times 3, negative I times 7i. 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 7i is 35i, negative I times 3 is negative 3i, and negative I plus 7i is negative 7i squared. We're going to combine like terms, so 35i minus 3i is 32i, plus 15 minus 7i squared. Now negative 7i squared can become positive 7, so plus 15 plus 32i. So now we can combine 15 plus 7, and that gives us 22. So 22 plus 32i is our answer. So once again, we have double distributive. We're going to multiply 3 times 2, 3 times negative 3i, I times 2, and I times negative 3i. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times negative 3i is negative 9i, plus I times 2 is 2i, and I times negative 3i is negative 3i squared. You can combine negative 9i plus 2i to make negative 7i, plus 6 minus 3i squared. Negative 3i squared can become positive 3 plus 6 minus 7i. 6 plus 3 is 9, so minus 7i. That's a very awkward I, but whatever. And that's it. Alright, this one could be conceived as difficult. So we've got this negative sign here, so we're going to distribute that to the 2 and the 4i. So we have 8 minus 2 minus 4i minus 3i. 8 minus 2 is 6, minus 4i minus 3i is negative 7i, so you have 6 minus 7i. Alright, so first you're going to take 4 minus 3i times 4 minus 3i. Tack on that negative sign at the beginning. We're going to worry about that in a moment. So distribute the 4 times 4, 4 times negative 3i, negative 3i times 4, and negative 3i times negative 3i. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative 3i is negative 12i. Negative 3i times 4 is negative 12i. And negative 3i times negative 3i is positive 9i squared. You can add together negative 12i minus negative 12i, giving you, I meant negative 12i minus 12i, sorry. So that's negative 24i plus 16 minus 9. So 16 minus 9 gives you 7, so you have 7 minus 24i.
Oh, not so fast. One teeny tiny little mistake. See this negative sign in the very front? Kayla was not paying attention to that. So as she did all this, that was all correct. And we've got 7 minus 24i. That is all correct. But she meant to go back and do the negative sign at the end, but she forgot about it. So that negative sign has been there the entire time. So back when she did all this double distributive property, this negative sign was still there. In fact, I'll keep it red so you can follow it. And then when she combined like terms and got this, there was a negative sign in front of that. And then when she combined like terms and got this, that negative that started right here, that negative has been there this entire time. So we have to do one more step and distribute that negative sign, which makes it negative 7 plus 24i. And that's your final answer.
So what we have here is I to the 30th power, and we're supposed to simplify. So we know that I to the 30th power is I to the 28th power times I squared. I to the 28th power is a multiple of 4, so we know that that makes 1. And I squared is negative 1. So you know 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, and that is your answer. Alright guys, last problem. So we have 3i times 1 minus 5i. So we're going to distribute the 3i to the 1 and to the negative 5i. So 3i times 1 is clearly 3i, and 3i times negative 5i will be negative 15i squared, which comes out to be positive 15. So we have 3i plus 15, but we want to switch that around, so it's 15 plus 3i, and there's your answer. That's it.